Alright. Um, now you come sit outside for a little bit and get some air. It's nice to have a couple of days off, but yeah, ain't been wild as long as I have. I kind of miss the outdoors. None of it's just a big pile of trash. There's lots of birds and rabbits and, lambs. But through all the storms and stuff been through here, it's all worked out, you know? Like, I want to talk about this. Alright, when I was in Greenville, right before I came to Commerce, I was doing a YouTube video because I saw AI jobs were coming to Texas, and I was like, how do you get these jobs? And people thought I was nuts because I was talking about AI. And anyway, so I hit the Commerce, and I'm trying to get just a job at a convenience store, right? And this is becoming extremely, like it was so bad. Like, I had to get vetted to get a $9 job. It was so bad. So in the meantime, well, I got one, and I was doing it while I was hoping to get the other one, right? Because, it started with you got a little bit of an investment for starting the company. This is like, $50 or something, but you couldn't take it out because it was the company's money. You had to keep like transferring money from yours to the company like several times, and it was really funny because I had to do a lot of walking at the time because I didn't have any wheels, and it was like on deposit 25 here and take this out. Like, I'm trying to cover this and this all at the same time. But, like, they were obvious scams. Yeah, it's just kind of like, hey, you want a job on from some text message? I was like, yeah, I do. And, I didn't have any other options. I didn't have any money in my bank account because I was like, well, whatever, they can't take much from me, right? So anyway, they were for these AI firms or whatever. But what I did for my position is I pushed buttons for about 15 minutes a day. Other than, like counting the time I had to walk to get the deposits and stuff. And the internet was real spotty, so sometimes I felt like I was walking around to get the messages or whatever, but, I'm sure that was just the internet. But anyway, like, as soon as I had a question, like, there's this whole team of people, on standby on WhatsApp. Like, on standby, like, if you had a question until, like, you got a lucky, right? And then, like, because, like, all the rules weren't even clearly defined in either of these two scams, right? But see, the thing is, I made enough, like, I didn't invest anything. It looks like I lost money if you look at, like, my Bitcoin, because I got paid in Bitcoin. And I had to learn how to convert it into Cash App and blah, blah, blah. It looks like I lost money if you look at it from one perspective. But I didn't, because I started with nothing. And I was able to live for a long time on that until I got the other job. And then, see, one of them failed because, like, they wanted me to invest too much. And I was like, oh, sorry. And then I magically got the second one. And then it was wanting me to, and it wasn't profit to me. It was trying to make the next level of profit, right? Because they kept changing the rules. Oh, no, no, you can't take your money out now. You have to leave it in, like, until the end of this task. And, it's a task was just pushing buttons, but whatever, like, cool. So anyway, like, I ended up, to me, I had nothing, I've been walking around homeless, like, I did a lot of things with the scam, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, come on, guys, I even knew about AI in Greenville. But I was like, where are the AI jobs? And then I found them. It was pretty cool. Speak it into existence, you might say, I guess. And again, I didn't make any money. I didn't end up making the 6,000 a month, like, their, little pyramid scheme designed, you know what I mean? But I still made it through. And I got the other job. So today, I forgot what I did that originally like created this, but anyway, I hooked up with this other lady on WhatsApp. It was a business thing at first. It turned it anyway, and then she gave me her personal number and whatever. So now I have a third job for a cryptocurrency company. It's a startup. But see, the thing is, the design of it, although it's very, very basic, it is the same things. I just, this is my last two jobs, which, at this point, like, depending on how you define success, I'm gonna call both of the scam jobs a success, because I got more out, yeah, of getting scammed than I did from, but who's be scamming AI companies, right? I don't know. Who's doing this stuff? So anyway, but I'm very excited because I got a third one today. I've already started my task. And okay, so what it is, because I've already figured out, like, as long as, and they've reassured me several times that most people have a $500 investment that they invest right away. And, that gets some more profits. And I get that. But see, the amount of money that you have to cover, like, your $500 investment when it starts racking up, depending on, because I haven't done it yet. I got to see how it works, right? And I have also been kind of burned on that twice now. But I've also still been a success at these two jobs. So I know this third one will be a success. Like, the probability is much greater now that it's a success. As long as, like, I keep my mind in the game, right? So anyway, yeah. So it's not supposed to pay out a whole lot. They gave me an initial investment. It didn't cost me a damn thing. I had to type in a website. I talked to my, boss lady. I'm trying to figure out how to actually like get better results as well, because if it's a startup company and stuff like that, you need people at the bottom. So I might be able to like sling other people links like she did me. And if I already understand how to make it and it's a side hustle, which is a lot for me right now. I can do a lot with a side hustle. Like if it's a side hustle and it stays a side hustle and all we gotta do is like push a couple buttons a day, but we still get like a stipend daily, it's not much, but like, you know, like I think this could work. But see what happens is if people get greedy and they try to go to the next level before the next level is built because it has a better investment. Like then the bank runs out of money. You see what I'm saying? And then the company folds. So like if you're gonna do a job this easy, you gotta build it from the foundation first, and it's gotta be like an if you know thing. Like you don't let other people in on this shit, you know. So I don't know if any of you are involved in any of these organizations or not, but I'm worth not putting, I'm willing to check it out, and I'm having high hope with it. At least from my perspective and my personal definition of success right now, I'm thinking it's gonna help my life a lot. And like, see, here's the thing: if you get enough people in, and we start making a little bit a day, then we can let one person go to the next level. Like, and then let's make sure we don't break the bank, right? Like, let's make sure it's a trustworthy person. You know what I'm saying? Let's make sure we don't break the bank, or if we do, well, then we just lost a little bit in reinvesting fees. Like, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna make sure whoever goes to the next level first, like they've got to be trustworthy. They can't just take the bank and run. Like if they're truly, like want to be involved in the company. You know what I'm saying? I've been dreaming about a job like this my entire life that I gotta push a couple buttons a day and like I get something for it. Because I've been pushing buttons all my life and hadn't gotten shit for it. So like, I think this is justice time. You know, I want to have like a little so I can spend more time doing art and like being in nature and doing and get some rest from some of my recent experiences and stuff, you know, but I think I can do that. But, like, I may need some friends' help if I wanted to get to the next level quicker, you know what I'm saying? I may need some people's help, so I'm gonna check it out first, and then I'll get back to you guys.